It's the lesson with Mr. Clark on Lake Effect Radio.
You gonna learn today. You gonna learn today. All right, all right, all right.
Hey people, welcome back. Happy Monday. You're on the Lessons Show with Mr. Clark, Miss E. Cherie,
Hello.
Miss G Girl.
Hello.
And our special guest featured artist this week is
Audience of Rain.
Audience of Rain. We have our... Want to introduce yourself? Or you want me to do it?
I got it. My name's Cody Griffin. I'm the vocalist of Audience of Rain.
And I'm Alex Cornice. I play drums for Audience of Rain.
So Cody and Alex are going to sit in with us through our first segment, Teachable Moments, and then we're going to cut it back to them for, the interview, and we're going to play their song directly after we close Teachable Moments. But, hey, you guys, I haven't seen you in like 2 weeks. How you feeling? How y'all doing?
Feeling good.
All right.
Feeling great. How about you?
I'm you know what? I'm balancing my energies.
Okay.
All right. I saw that.
Right. Look, I'm spiritual,
All right.
but every day my vibe ain't right. Okay.
Yeah, let me balance these energies right quick.
Jesus jump off the shoulder and leave the devil leaving all by itself. You might not want to, but no, I'm just kidding.
It's all right.
But we have a birthday. Someone celebrated a birthday while
Yes,
we were away.
yes, we
Was it
did.
wonderful?
It was wonderful, and I'm fabulous.
Yes,
and
she
I'm
is.
feisty
Yes.
Flirty, fabulous, and thriving.
at 50,
Yes.
and I'm not ashamed of it.
I didn't want to go there. You see, I ain't putting no.
Oh, I'm not mad.
Go for it.
Take my picture.
'Cause
Nobody
she look
will.
plenty good for it.
People will be like, "Oh, okay. This is what he's got to do at 50."
These are my goals when I get that. I want to be like that.
Shall I take off my glasses? I will.
How you doing, Miss Sheree?
I'm good. I've been good.
Okay.
It's been a week.
So we did our pre-chats, right? And Miss Sheree is going to actually kick off our teachable moments.
She's
for
so
us
good
this
at
week.
that, isn't she?
think
I
so.
don't know.
I really feed off of things that she talks about.
Sometimes I just pull it out of thin air. I was driving and I thought about this.
I
That's
thought
how you thought
said
about it?
sometimes just pull it out of thin. I was like,
Air. Okay.
okay.
No, but okay. So my teachable moment is, I guess, you never know who's watching you.
Mm-hmm.
I say that because recently, last week, I had one of my coworkers come up to me and say, you're very reserved, and I've been watching you for a while, and I wanted to see, who exactly you were. So he did the equivalent of Googling me and looked me up on the company directory, and he was like, "Oh, so you're not just a regular like we are. You doing some things at the office, like you running
up
things.
in there?
I'm
Okay.
up in there in those spaces,
Upper
like
echelon,
you got
upper echelon.
upper echelons." And I was like, I didn't say that to him, but I'm like, wow, I wouldn't think that someone would take the time to look me up.
Google me
Right.
after seeing me, like,
Right. And so, he was real good about it, real nice about it. But I took away from that. You never know who's watching.
Right.
It could go both ways. It could be something positive, meaning that, someone can watch you and give you an opportunity because of how you carry yourself and the work that you do.
Mm-hmm.
And then it can also be negative.
Mm-hmm.
Also, sometimes when we're in our positions, or not even just our positions, but everyday life, we think that things that we do go unnoticed. And
Oh, they're noticed.
yes, and they're very
Everything
noticed.
is noticed.
Everything we do is noticed. So that's kind of my
Right.
teachable moment.
It's
That's
called
like-
it's called presence.
Yes.
So when you demonstrate presence, you can demonstrate it in a positive or a not so positive way.
I think, right, every little thing is important because I remember last time we talked about like physical management. So like
Yes.
the little faces you make when your eyes cut sideways, all that stuff adds up, and you never know the perceptionality of it. So I actually had perceptionality.
I like that.
I didn't make that
Perceptionality.
up.
Can I write that down?
So
Okay, see,
he getting
because
the biggest pub.
you
He was awesome at what he did because now I'm talking about him later, right?
who?
Yeah,
the
apparently.
person,
Yes.
the person. So Donald Wayne McLeod, he's a personal, he's a motivational speaker,
Mm-hmm.
and the name of his business is Perceptionality.
Perceptionality.
Yes, and
Okay.
he teaches us that it doesn't matter what you think you're doing
Mm-hmm.
or what you're trying to get off.
Mm-hmm.
It matters how people perceive
That is
Right.
correct.
That is very
Perception is reality to people.
it to everyone.
To everyone.
And I like that phrase and I don't like that phrase because
I'm
people
with you.
use it to be dismissive.
Yes.
Oh, you're just perceiving it that. No, that's
That's
how it is.
But sometimes I take that the other way because I have what they call the RBF.
Okay.
Resting
RB.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so
The who?
The resting face.
Oh, that face.
Yes.
Oh.
The
And it's
Kanye West face.
Oh.
I don't do it on purpose, and people who know me know that I could be nice and approachable. Sometimes they know the other side. But one of my colleagues at work is like, "Are you angry today?" And I'm like, "No." He was like, "Well, why don't you smile?" And I said, "Well, for one, because I'm candid with him. For one, I smile on the inside. Two, I don't want to be walking around the office skinning and grinning all the time. Because when I see somebody skinning and grinning all the time for no reason,
Up to something.
Yeah, something is going on. You
So-
got a plan.
Right. And so I told him, I said, well, he said, well, I always think that you're angry. And I'm like, well, I'm not responsible for your perception. So that's on you. And so
Wow.
just know that I smile on the inside, and you will know if I'm angry about something. It's not
Right.
going to be a question about
Okay.
it. So I guess I got to rethink and relearn.
It takes a long time because I've been 20 twice. So I can tell you at you all's age, I probably was doing a lot of hip shifting and head bopping and finger pointing, you know. But as we've said here, it's all about presence. And, you know, ultimately what you need to think about in your head is what you're trying to get accomplished, Therefore, you have to manage your presence with the people that are around you because it is true. Perception is reality. So whatever is real to them, you know, will be what it is. And they could let you in or not.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's nothing wrong with being candid and saying what you feel, but people respect when you're straight with them, when you're open, you know, when you say you're upset or when you say you don't disagree. But if you're walking around like a peacock all the time, I doubt if you'll get very far in a lot of instances.
Peacock as in you just have
What
air.
What
You
is-
have air.
See,
It
this
might
is
not
the
even
thing.
be that. It might not be that. You know, I'm a quiet person. Now, maybe it may not seem like that, but I'm a very quiet person. As a matter of fact, I'm an introvert.
I feel like all three of us is introverts, which
yeah.
is quite surprising
Yeah.
if we doing this. Bad.
Yeah, this is amazing, you know. But people take that, they look at that perception, and for a long time, people thought I was stuck up, and it's not the case.
Yes.
You know, I'm just trying to get my work done and do well. That's all I'm trying to do.
Right.
You know, and that's what's going on in my head. I'm concentrating, but people that are watching you are like, well, she doesn't talk to anybody. She
Right.
doesn't socialize with anyone. And I'm like, what? But then, you know, again, presence comes in. You have to figure out how to go. And even a daily hi.
Oh, this is a great time to pull in our guests because as artists, right, you guys have to manage how people feel about you.
Right.
So and do you guys like still hold down regular jobs or you got like full time?
Yep.
So I guess my question to you is how do you get people to be engaging, right? Without coming off as, hey, we got this whole other thing and we're like the coolest people in the world.
Yeah,
Without
like you the
peacocking.
band.
Yeah.
You talking like on stage or like off stage?
Off stage. In
Off
regular
stage?
interactions.
Actually, I'm probably way more of an introvert off stage.
We're
like
so
you guys
cool.
said. Like, I'll be at work and people will think like, you know, like I'm really quiet, reserved and stuff. But like at work, like I'm not there to be outgoing
Yes.
and all
Yeah.
that. Like I'm just there to go to work,
Yes.
do my job and make the money.
Yeah.
I usually
So-
just don't speak.
Well,
unless
maybe that
spoken
could
to.
come off as peacocking, right? Because you're in there and everybody else is like,
I
oh,
like
I
that.
want to be the best work.
Peacocking. Ah.
But sometimes it's a good thing because when they talk to you, they get this whole different side. Like they already have this character of you in your head, and when you talk to them, it's like, oh my God, you're so cool, you're so approachable, you're so warm when I talk to you. But you know, on any other time, I'm thinking to my head, you're just a cold person. You're not that at all. So I think it's cool because you kind of rewrite the perception that they have once
Right.
you do engage.
Right.
So
Do you feel like that happens?
I mean, a lot of times too, and like one of the things I love to do is like people that have never seen like us play a live show.
Yeah.
When you invite them out, like they'll think they'll know me as, I guess, like you guys are talking about
At
perception,
work.
what they see me as and what they perceive me as, but then I'll get on stage and it's a complete 360
Yes.
to what they're used to seeing. Like I'll be on stage, talking to the audience and singing, being loud, having energy and stuff, and that's what nobody's used to seeing. So it's really cool to talk to people after the show and then hear them just kind of be like,
Right.
wow.
So this is
you know?
my question for you. How do you transition those people? Because you're at work and like, I'm just here to get a check. So I'm sure you come off with that peacock perception, right? Other people are like, oh, he's too good for this place, right? Because you have that
Maybe
mentality.
sometimes.
I'm coming in, I'm coming out.
I mean,
Are any of
But
them
you're
listening
trying
right
to
now?
transition them
Don't get
from
them
being-
fired.
I'm not trying to get them fired. I'm processing so the question comes out.
Okay.
You know?
College cheese.
I'm pretty
So
close
how
to
do
the
you
people I work with,
transition
so.
those people from, hey, he's the peacock, to, oh no, he really wants us to come out and see the show maybe? Because in one instance they have, oh, he thinks he's too good, we're not going to go see anything he's doing. But then you have to transition them, no, I am warm, and da-da-da. So how do you go about that?
Well, I think one of the things for me is I work at a place, it's called Grandpa's Cheese Barn.
Oh, you didn't have to tell the name, but go ahead.
It's okay.
Maybe they'll make me
Plug.
praise for that. But
Maybe.
Right.
A whole
Hey.
group of people
Yeah.
pop
Plug.
in.
Grandpa's
But,
Where is
Cheese
it?
Bar.
What city in Ohio?
It's in Norton,
Okay.
but and there's only about like maybe 15 people that work there total though. So I'm actually pretty close with the people that do work there,
Mm-hmm.
and I work like every single day. Today was like my first day off in 2 weeks. So,
All right.
but so aside from like those people, most of the time like I just really have to open up to people and just kind of tell them like what it's about and like just trying to just try to get them to come out to shows and stuff.
So is it harder because when as they know you, are they like, oh well, I couldn't imagine what that show is going to be like because he's so reserved?
Absolutely, that's exactly what my boss is like. She won't. The only person at my work who won't come see me is my boss because
Okay.
she doesn't want to see me like that because she feels like it's gonna just ruin.
gonna ruin
everything. she thinks about me. So
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen him hang from the ceilings of venues.
Oh, that's
like
probably
he'll like
cool.
hang up upside down. Like it's crazy.
Wow, wow.
Sometimes with me, like I tell people that I went skydiving, and they'll look at me and they say, "You went skydiving?" Right, basically. And so it's like that's so cool, but you seem like this reserved, shy type. Why would you? How does that even translate? Why would you think of something like that? So I don't know.
Well, you have to turn it into winning.
Right.
Yes,
Now,
yes.
that was...
Great segue. Yeah.
If I can high five you from over here.
Air 5.
Yes. Yes.
At least his teachable moment was that people are always watching, so you have to kind of make sure you're always you're trying to be approachable, or if you are a person who feels like you're approachable but the perception is off, make sure you're managing that. And my teachable moment that kind of plays off of that is like, I can't win for losing. I can't fix their perception because they don't want to see me win regardless. I can come in here all cheeses,
Yeah.
and all they gonna do is make pizza and not invite me for a slice. Or I could sit in here and they're like, oh, he think he's too good. So either way, I'm not winning, but I'm always winning.
Yes.
So, I want you guys to kind of chime in on that as well. Whoever wants to kick off.
So
Well, you know
as
how
the artist.
Yeah.
Come on.
okay.
So, like,
your
you're
question,
trying to
I
grow
guess?
your fan base, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you feel like you're being sweet enough, but the personality, they still have this peacock thing about you, right? So even though you're doing great things, maybe even for them, they don't necessarily
Embrace him.
embrace it or
Yeah.
acknowledge it. Like, people scream your success, people scream your mistakes, but whisper
that's
your
a good.
success.
Yes.
That's
No,
a good
yeah.
analogy.
So how do you deal with that as artists?
Sometimes it's really hard. I mean, especially with trying to build a fan base because, I mean, there was a point in time where we were playing a show like every single weekend, and a lot of times you have to sell tickets for shows, and a lot of times it is a lot to ask people to say like every weekend, like, hey, I got another show, can you come out? Hey, I got another show next weekend. So, and they'll want to say like, oh yeah, I'd love to come out and everything, but it's actually really, really hard to get
Yeah,
like
it's one of the hardest.
people to come out to shows sometimes because nobody likes to commit. But I guess, I mean, we've never really gotten a bunch of like negative feedback.
Get
or
bigger.
anything like
Get
that,
bigger. It's coming.
I mean,
Yeah.
we did we had a headlining show and released our EP. So, and we sold out a place called the Rialto Theater
Oh.
just this
Right on
Saturday.
Kenmore
So
Boulevard.
Ooh, beans.
How many people does that seat?
I want to say it might have been about 200, 150.
Oh, that's
Alright.
awesome.
I mean, it was a
Nice.
really good turnout. It surprised me. So,
Cool veins.
Do you all have battle the bands kind of like?
Funny thing about that, it's like Battle of the Bands around here is not what you see like on School of Rock or anything.
Okay.
Like, it's mostly like sometimes it depends on how many tickets you sell that like decides how you win and everything.
Oh,
Like
okay.
really, it's all about the money for the promoters. Is
Gotcha.
what I see. We never have a good time at Battle of the Bands.
we did
It's-
win a Battle of the Bands one time.
Yeah.
That was actually judged because a lot of them are only judged by like a crowd. So if you get, there might be like 7 or 8 bands on that show, and if you play like, second, all your people that came to see you would have to stay to the very end for, like 4 or 5 hours.
No
when-
one stays.
Okay.
It's-
And not a lot of, always, they come to just see you and it's just a battle of the bands sort of thing. Like, and they'll be like, oh, loudest crowd cheer wins. And then the band
Gotcha.
that plays last usually wins because their people are the only ones that
Still
are
there.
left there. So,
Oh, okay.
But the one time when it was judged, we did win a battle of the bands. So,
Awesome. Congrats.
I have to take a page from LeBron James's book
Mm-hmm.
on the question about winning.
Give it to us, G.
Well, if you all recall last year, in the finals, when we were playing the Golden State Warriors, and it was probably something that, everybody always bets against the CLE. Let me just put it out there, first of all.
That is true.
Okay. And to that point, we always still feel like we win
They
it.
stay. It don't matter what goes on in Cleveland or what goes on with the Cavs. They stay talking about us.
Yeah.
Well, because because in our minds, no matter where we are, no matter what's happening, we are always winning.
Right.
Yes.
And that's the whole, I guess, idea of all I do is win. And
Right.
I can remember when LeBron was sitting up there, and I think that we were in an elimination game, actually. I think it was an elimination game last year. We may have lost the series, the final series, and the Warriors had won the championship. It was one of the two things. I can't remember. But the reporters were coming at him hard. They were coming hard. And he was cool. And at one point, I could tell that it was really getting to him, but he had the most superb response. And I busted out laughing because I said, that's how you win. Because the reporters were saying things to him, and he said, I'm the best player in the world. So it didn't matter if the Warriors won the championship. It didn't matter if Steph Curry hit 5,911 points. It didn't matter. None of that mattered. Okay? In the scope of this whole thing, while this was going on, the disappointment of our city and everybody coming at him and, highlighting all the mistakes and everything, he said, I'm the best player in the world. And that's what you do when you win. In spite of it, it's your poise.
Yes.
It's your presence. It's what you think about in your head about yourself, what you go out there and do, and then what you project. And
Yes.
so what did the people out there, the media, have to take that perception? That's the reality.
That's almost like 12 P's. It's like you said, poise, it's your presence, project.
Oh,
Something
I might have to write that
We got a
down.
speech coming up
I'm gonna
later.
have to write that
Right.
down.
Play that back so you can hold up what I say. Ooh.
Yes.
Well, with that, we gonna play DJ Khaled's All I Do Is Win, because how could you not, right?
All
And
right.
then we're gonna do Audience of Reigns again.
All right.
So all I do is win again and again and again and again.
We'll do a
So you
So
collaboration.
you want to kind of introduce the song, tell us what it's about, or you want to play it and then have us come back?
let's play it first.
Yeah.
All right. So all I do is win first, again next, and then we're back with an interview by Audience of Reign.
All right.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they say there. 'Cause all I do is win, 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 Chris going in on the verse, cause I never been defeated and I won't stop now. Keep your hands up, get them in the sky for the homies that ain't making it and my folks locked down. I never went nowhere, but they saying loot is back. Blame it on that contour, the hood call it Ludiac. And I'm on this foolish track, so I spit my foolish flow. My hands go up and down, like urban, tight like a million. Last time on a college remix, now I'm on the already. Never count me out, y'all better count me in. Got 20 bank accounts, accountants count me in. Make millions every year, the South's champion. Cause all I do, all I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
Swerving in my low, head on a swivel, you know serving me's a no-no. Clean as a whistle as I pull out in my Rolls Royce. Yellow bone passenger, they see it, they say, oh boy. Tell Cali back it up, go. Down for armed trafficking, don't make me pull that fofo. Ask you what you laughing at, represent that mud life. Dirty money, bitch, your mud right. We come together holding hands and holler hood life. We all strapping all black, it's like Bud Light.
All we do is win.
You riding or what? Cause we riding tonight. Now you riding with me cause you wasn't riding.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
Oh, water getting boiled. Snoopy in the hootie. System overload. I've been running this rap game since I was 20 years old. I hung with the worst of them. Bust till I burst them up. Floss them up, toss them up. Harder work, close them up. Pardon me, I'm bossing up. Brace you up, bless you, bro. Don't mess with us. We like the U in the 80s. Back to back, set a track. Hit the lick, get it back. Get the trick, jump the track back. Time and time again, while I'm sipping on this gin. Al Davis said it best, just win, baby, win.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there. DJ! now or never. And it's your turn this time, so I won't fall in line this way. I can't believe it happened again.
Welcome back, you guys. That was Audience of Rain again, and we're in the studio with Audience of Rain's vocalist and their drummer. Their vocalist is
Cody Griffin.
and their drummer.
Alex Cornice.
Hey, you guys.
How
Hey.
you doing?
Again. So, as I was listening, well, no, we'll hold off and talk about the song in a minute, but
Okay.
kind of just introduce yourself. So, Audience of Rain, how do you guys come up with that?
Well, the name, it's. I mean, we did that like probably I think it's like 8 years ago.
Okay.
We practiced in Alex's garage, and we were playing one day. It was me, him, and our guitar player at the time. And I always had this thing where I liked to have the garage door open when we practiced because it was just like fresh air, just the natural light during the day and stuff. And that day it happened to be storming and raining outside. And so like we opened up the garage door, and our guitar player was like, "Oh, it's like playing to an audience of rain."
Oh, that's cool.
Clever.
How cool.
We kind of just looked at each other, and it just stuck since then.
Yeah.
So
So you guys been together for 8 years, huh?
Well,
longer actually.
Okay.
like we started out just playing in my garage, like we didn't play any shows, but then Matt left for personal reasons, and then
It happens.
Then me and Cody joined a band called Remember the Fallen, and we had our first show with them and everything, and that was really cool, like getting into playing out for the first time.
And then Matt came back
Yeah, and then we started up Audience of Rain playing live.
after we left that band because there was, I guess, creative differences, but we still keep in touch with everybody and actually.
Well, let's make
Play
sure
shows,
all the
so.
current band members get their shout out. So kind of give us a rundown who the whole gang is.
They have formed to a new band called Silence Within.
Our band.
Your band.
their band? Oh, I thought they were
Audience
talking
of
about
Rain.
their band.
Forget those old guys.
Yeah, they're
Forget
gone.
about you guys. Forget about you guys. Our band.
So it's you two and
Cody Griffin, myself on vocals, Alex on drums, and we have Matt Snyder on guitar and Steven Nuggebauer on bass.
And he's the newest addition to our band. And honestly, like, we're really excited to have him in.
Did you guys grow up together? Or you met each other along the journey?
I moved to Norton from a different city. I lived in Akron for a little bit. And he was one of my first neighborhood friends when I came. And I was like, maybe like 10 years old.
I was in
or
like
so.
second grade, so
Wow.
So it's like we just grew up like just
I was about to
riding
make
bikes,
a
playing
weird
around.
reference right now. like a Destiny's Child thing. Like you grew up together.
I don't know.
I mean, well, I guess my question was, so, Alex, you walked up to Cody and said, you want to be in a band. I mean, that's a long time to be together.
Yeah.
Actually,
Well, it was actually funny because, like, in 5th grade, I met Matt, our guitar player, and he came over with his amp and he played a little bit of guitar, and I played drums. Like, I'm self-taught. Like, my dad had drums, so I just taught myself, and we would just play. And Cody had a camera, so I'd invite him over, and he'd film us and, like, flicker the lights so like, it'd look cool while we're playing.
I just came over and annoyed him.
And then he
So-
mentioned something about guitar lessons, and I said, no, you're playing bass because nobody plays bass anymore. So,
And then I became the bass player with no experience at all.
yeah, it was
So-
great.
You got a good ear. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, eventually I did get lessons and everything, and then we went through a couple different vocalists who just didn't work out, and then when we had decided we needed another vocalist, we didn't have anybody, so I was like, all right, well, I was like, I'll just step in until we find somebody, so I played bass and sang, and then my senior year of high school, I tore the tendon in my hand playing football,
Okay, I was going to ask what
And-
happened.
and couldn't play bass, and we had a really big show coming up at the Agora Theater in Cleveland.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
we
was
know
with
it
the
well.
Misfits.
And,
Yeah, it was really
Wow.
So my cast and everything was coming off the day of the show, so I wasn't going to be able to like move my hands or anything. So we had to find someone to fill in on bass. So we got someone to fill in, and I was like, all right, for this show, like I'll just sing and it'll be fine. And I was like, if it goes over well, maybe I'll try it again. And I really liked doing it. So then I was like, I think I'd really like someone just to play bass, and I just want to do vocals. And we went through a few different people that just helped us filling in. One of my best friends, who's his name's Colin Spicer. He's in the Marines, so he wasn't able to stay with us and everything.
He's in Japan right now, isn't he?
Salute.
Okinawa, I think.
Yeah.
And then his little brother, who plays guitar in his own band called Long Shot, filled in on bass with us for a little while until one of our friends from one of our older bands led us to our current bass player at one of our shows. It's kind of like a big intertwined story of how we met our current bass player.
Now, what city do you all come from?
Norton. It's like right near Akron.
Everybody had to take music. Something happened because
Yeah, I was asking.
I mean-
you played football, so I was like, oh, he had that side. So what kind of brought you into music, and where did that come from?
For me, like, I think it was just like growing up, like my mom always loved like 80s rock, like Def Leppard, Bon Jovi,
oh yeah,
Journey,
yeah.
all that stuff. So she kind of like helped me get my love of music, and it just kind of just happened. For me, it was just like
Just
sometimes it could be a coping mechanism for issues. It can be something just to let loose or whatever. But yeah, only thing musically like I ever did was this. Like I always just played football all through high school and everything.
Okay.
So
what
That's
about you, Alex?
Musically, I got into hard rock through my Uncle Eddie. He would take me like to like metro parks to go on walks, and like on the way there, he'd play like 97.5. Like, so I got like my early like Led Zeppelin, Motley Crue, and everything. And I always knew that my dad played drums, and my sister was a singer, and I always wanted to get into music. So when we finally moved somewhere where we could set up the drums, which is where we live now, he set them up, and I just taught myself how to play just through watching YouTube and watching other drummers play, and yeah.
So neither one did music in school, like,
nope.
fifth grade.
Wow.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, I
good.
think I had like a general music class in elementary school, but
Yeah.
I played the recorder, but that was about it.
That's what I was
Everybody
about
had
to
play the
say.
recorder.
Oh, I rocked that recorder, dude.
Hot cross buns all over.
That's now second day in a row? Yeah, Friday, then now today. Someone bringing up hot crust buns on a recorder.
Wow.
Irony.
First
Nice.
song I learned how to play. I'm not even. Stop it. The voice in my head is like, do the letters, because we didn't learn with the we didn't learn with the letters. He didn't teach us like the actual
The
notes.
notes.
He taught us the numbers on the trumpet. So it was like 1 1 1 1 2 2 2 2
Yeah.
3 3 3.
That's the easy way.
And you did it
It
anyway.
cheated
huh?
that system, and we got all the way through. Now
I
we
bet
playing.
you can play by ear. I bet you with that.
I'm not sure. But okay, cool beans. So I know that your genre, right, is rock. But what, like alternative rock, heavy metal, where do you guys fall under?
I'd say hard rock.
Okay. And what are some of your influences, or what are your influences now?
Well, they're all across the board. For me,
Yeah.
like I love like rap and country music and rock. So
Spit off two from each category.
I mean, rap for me, Machine Gun Kelly from
Okay.
Cleveland. I mean,
Yeah.
that's like that's
Yeah,
my
we
guy.
all-
I have
we
his
all like
thing
him.
tattooed on my arm
All right. I
and
like
everything.
him.
From country, I don't know. I like Brantley Gilbert,
Okay, I'm
Jason
not hip.
Aldean. All those
Oh, I know
guys.
Jason Aldean.
From rock, I mean, there's a lot.
Yeah,
I can't pick a single artist really,
Right.
Yeah.
What
but
about you?
But for me, let's see. The first like heavy band I got into that got me more into like the harder music was Metallica. Like
Metallica.
my friend showed it to me on the bus on the way to school, and I fell in love with it. So, but more recently, like I've been acquiring like more of like the '90s hard rock, like Seven Dust, stuff like that. Like I've been really influenced by that.
So did you guys start off making your own original songs, or did you guys do covers first?
So we actually did both.
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, do you all write too?
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Yep.
cool.
So I see. I know you guys had dropped "Road to Recovery" on April 9th, right? But what
Oh,
were the preceding mixtapes, or maybe was there songs before that?
There were, but those. I mean, that's probably like 2.5 years ago.
Okay.
You'd say that they were
Yeah,
recorded.
those are our first recordings. Like, it was through our friend Evan from Stowaway Recordings. Like, we had a lot of fun. It was our first recording experience, and like, we just figured like we'd try to like reform ourselves with like a new sound and everything.
Mhm.
So like, just keep those like in the back of our heads and just,
Yeah, we still play them like live
Like,
at
yeah.
shows and everything. But as far as like the recordings, like that was so long ago that like if we got the chance now to maybe re-record them, we would probably do that.
Okay.
So
I was asking that question because I wanted to know, like, so certain artists, they have like a disc of singles, and then some of them have an actual album where everything was cohesive. So I
Mhm.
wanted to know what things maybe you guys talked about previously, and what are you guys talking about now? And do
Like,
you have like a single, or did the album have like a solid thread of thought?
you mean kind of like a theme to it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there was a theme.
I came up with the theme "Road to Recovery"
I
because
You know, I listened to
I
some of
was
them.
at a point in my life where things weren't the best. I mean, I won't get into too much detail,
Cool
but
beans. Who did the majority of the writing?
I mean, I think it was collective. The song "Brand New Day," I wrote that all lyrically by myself.
Let's talk about it again, because we
And
just
then
played that.
again, it was me and our bass player who wrote it.
Okay.
And I think that's the second track. I think the only song on the album that doesn't correlate to anything is the song "First Class," which
It's basically
that
a
one-
party song. It's like,
basically like a
Every
stereotypical,
album needs
yeah,
one, right?
stereotypical rock song, Hollywood. It's just a fun song, so we have that on there. But the other three songs I kind of did in an order. Again, was kind of like you reach everybody has a certain point in their life where something bad might happen, or something that you didn't expect is going to affect you in a negative way, and maybe you've been to a place like that before. So it's like the one lyric in there says, "I can't believe it happened again." Like something, you're as down as you can be, like at the very bottom, and it just kind of talks about how you feel, but then also like it reaches in the chorus like about not giving up, like you're not gonna
Yes.
give up, and you're not gonna let it drag you
You
down.
gonna win.
no matter what.
Yeah, there you go.
You're going to dust yourself off and go at it
Yeah.
again.
I
I
think
got
it
you.
was-
And then
so
the
cool.
following tracks kind of build off of that, like "Sink or Swim." We're not going to play, but then it's like where it gives you the choice. You can sink or swim.
You had to come out and see Sinkers one.
And then "Brand New Day" is where like you kind of have like
An awakening.
like that revelation or whatever. Like you finally decided, like like I'm not going to keep doing this way. And it's kind of like the lyrics for that one. I don't know if you're going to play it, but like I had
yeah.
a conversation with one of my friends who actually inspired me to write it. It's kind of like a battle between positive and negative. Like I think it's
Did God jump off, or did the devil jump off? You remember what we talked about earlier?
I actually can't remember.
Keep going. Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. But it's like a battle between like positive and negative. Like the verses are the negative talking, but then like the chorus would be, it's almost like a conversation. Like someone is like, I'd be saying this negative thing to you, but then someone would be responding with like no, like you can't do that. Like you've got to pick yourself back up and
So it was a conversation
over
in your
something.
head amongst your two.
yeah.
Okay.
Either like amongst yourself, between two people, because at that time I was talking to someone who was actually kind of telling me like all this negative stuff, and I was telling them, I was like, no, like you can't think that way. I was like, it's gonna get better, it's gonna be fine, and then like I was at such a point in my life where it was so bad, like I was thinking that way, and like I thought back to that, and it's where it gave me that whole idea for writing it that way.
Okay.
I like that.
So it
That's
was kind of
good.
inspired by not your own energy, but like
Mhm.
the energy of other people, and you kind of fed
Yeah.
off of that.
Yeah.
Cool
Good.
beans. And I think that was funny that we ended up playing that song, because I was listening to it and we were talking about perceptionology and kind of winning no matter what, and it kind of played into that song. And then I pulled out a specific lyric. It was like pretending, about something, and then you said something about being lonely, but then you said I was going to change and be better.
Mhm.
So, like, what was yes or no what that was about? Or
I think our bass player wrote that line, so I can't give you.
Yeah, we
an
had that
exact-
instrumental for so long, and like we just didn't get lyrics for it. And then he was like,
Oh,
"Okay, you know what? I'll just
cool.
write it for you."
We
were
were
very
me and him
bad
talked about it.
people.
Yeah, but chorus wise, I wrote for Again, and verse wise, our bass player wrote. And I know he took, and don't quote me 100% on this, but he took his from an experience, I think, of something with, I think, suicide, and like sort of that darker feeling and everything. And then I came back, I guess, with like the positive lyrics from it. So
guys balanced each other out for that song.
Yeah.
Balancing the
I had to say
energies.
that's a first.
Balancing energies. Yeah.
Well, let's change the mood. Give it a brand new feel, right?
yes.
And we're going to play Brand New by Audience of Rain. Brand New Day, I'm sorry. You guys weren't going to correct me.
No, I didn't know what to say.
Now the ones you can't look back. Made mistakes, it was another right track. Lost myself and move along the way. Y'all saw this is darkness day. Just when you think like you can't go on the road today. This road is overtaken. I can't go on this way. Tell yourself there's one good thing left to say. Life comes crashing down on you every day. You gotta pick yourself up and say that I believe that this can change. So live your life just like a brand new day. Too many sleepless nights, waking up with that frequent fight. Still it's all no spoken word, felt all alone, you just left to burn. Just when you think like you can't go on the road today, this road is overtaken. I can't go on this way. Tell yourself there's one good thing left to say. Life comes crashing down on you every day. You gotta pick yourself up and say that I believe that this can change. So live your life just like a brand new day. Waking up with this fear of failure. I can't live my life living in fear. Broken hearted, you let falling away. There's no going back. This is the end. Life comes crashing down on you every day. You gotta pick yourself up and say that I believe that this can change. So live your life just like a brand new day.
Hey, everybody. That was Brand New Day by...
Audience of Rain.
And back with us for our closing questions is Audience of Rain. So tell me what Brand New Day is about.
Brand New Day is, like I said, it's that song that I wrote that when I was talking to a friend who was giving me all this
Oh,
negative and stuff.
And I
was
made
kinda
fun
like-
of you about forgetting the part of the interview. I definitely remember you talking about that. Sorry, but go ahead.
But yeah, it's the like the battle between like positive and negative. Like the verses that's that negative part, and then the chorus is coming back with like that positive, like get yourself back up. Don't let yourself fall down, and like keep going. Like every day is a brand new day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every day is a new page of the book, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't have to necessarily play off the old chapters. Out of all your songs that you've written, which one would you say is your favorite and why? Of course, it's gonna be this one, right?
Honestly,
You'll go first.
I really like playing Brand New Day because, like, the way we started off we already had an instrumental for it, and he came up with the lyrics for it. I just told Matt, like, start jumping up and down and get a tempo from that. And so we got that. So, like, we play that last, and we get everybody to start jumping with us when we play it, and it's just a lot of energy, and it's great. So
I'd say for me, for like lyrically, like that one's probably my most favorite because it means the most to me, like lyrically, and it is really fun to play. One of our other songs, I don't know if we have it on there. It's called "You Don't Own Me." It's might be on there in a real old recording, but
yeah, I think I took that one off.
I like that one a lot because I actually wrote that whole one. I don't think we should play it, but I wrote that entire song, like musically, lyrically, like everything, and like brought it to everything. So I feel like it's kind of like I created it, so it was kind of cool. But "Brand New Day" is lyrically means the most to me. And also the song "Sink or Swim," which is also on our EP.
And that's like the first single of the EP, right?
Yes.
Which is
"Brand New Day."
the EP.
Oh, the EP.
Oh, Road to Recovery.
Oh,
And
okay.
they can actually listen to Brand New Day on SoundCloud, right?
Yes.
Yep.
they
Give them
can.
you guys a SoundCloud.
This is soundcloud.com/audience of rain.
And do you have
I
any other
think.
socials that we need to know about?
We have Facebook. I think it's just facebook.com/audience of rain,
And then Twitter, it's AOR official.
and as well as Instagram. And I think
Instagram is just audience of rain.
Instagram is just audience of rain. He manages all the social media stuff, so
Yeah.
So they can see this video right now. I just wanted to pub you guys really good. Make sure they know. And then one of my other questions was, if you could play any other genre, this is off the little sheet that they prepped for me, but I thought it was a cool one. If you could play any other genres, what would it be and why?
Well, this will be interesting.
actually I would go solo.
Okay.
And for me, no offense.
Of course, we know who the Beyonce is now. The Justin Timberlake of the
For
show.
me, I really love like probably one of my favorite solo artists is Ed Sheeran.
Okay.
I like
You
Ed
do have that
Sheeran.
look, just a little darker red, and you be in there.
And I got to cover one of his songs. We did our first acoustic show back in last April, and I really wanted to cover an Ed Sheeran song, and they let me do that. So for me, like, I love singing a lot like that, and it's because I don't get to do that
I meant to
in a
ask
band.
you, did you miss the bass, or do you prefer singing?
Now I prefer singing. I mean, I miss playing bass and stuff, but I do kind of like being the one up front sometimes a little. So,
Of course,
I
every
do like
introvert wants to crack
Yeah.
that shit every once in a while.
but yeah, I'd probably just do something like acoustically like that, or like
Okay.
I'd say like I don't want to say pop because but like something like Ed Sheeran, kind of like indie alternative, like acoustic,
Okay.
sort of that sort of thing.
You want the indie feel with the pop money, right?
maybe.
All right. What about you,
Honestly, like
Alex?
my dream is always to be in a ska band. Like, like I always feel like that'd be so fun because it's fun party music.
In
so-
a what?
Ska band.
Okay, I'm the old one.
It's
now.
like-
What is
I
that?
played it off. You saw me act like I knew. I was like,
I was like, oh, finally someone knows about ska. but
Okay.
no.
At least-
School us.
That's kind of
Yeah, school us. What is
It's
it?
like punk, but like with a brass section with it too.
Oh.
So it's like it just makes you feel warm and sunny.
Yeah.
it's great.
Okay.
Trumpets and stuff.
Oh, that's
too,
my
I think.
that's my stilo. I
Oh, is that like Drake and Trophy? Those trumpets? No.
I don't think it's like
you have a
that.
favorite ska song you can play?
Okay, not that.
Not sure. Let me think.
Okay.
Well, I'll ask you another question in the meantime. You mull over that. Okay, out of all the cover songs that you've played, which would you say is your favorite song? Okay, Alex. Because
what cover we like
I'm
to
sorry, I meant to ask that to Cody.
Oh.
Because he's an Ed Sheeran fan, so I knew he was going to pull up his Ed Sheeran song, and
Maybe.
you were going to process that ska song so we can play
I
it.
think as a band, though, my favorite cover we do is probably we cover "Last Resort" by Papa Roach, which is probably just the most fun one to cover because it's kind of like one of those songs people can jump to, and it just has high energy.
Yeah.
So that's probably my favorite. But I really did love covering the Ed Sheeran song. I was super excited that I got to do that. So
You want to have a song for us?
The Science of Selling Yourself Short by Les and Jake. That's a good one.
The Science of Selling Yourself Short by
Les and Jake.
Les and Jake.
Less
And
than
before
Jake.
Oh, less than Jake.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
All
before
right.
we hop into that, do you guys have any closing remarks or anything else that you want the people to know about you before we let you go?
Well, we have a show coming up in July. It's on July 9th. Can't say who it is with yet. They haven't announced it yet.
It's with Audience of
Oh,
Rain.
It's with
First
Audience
big
of Rain.
but we will be there, and it is at the Agora.
Oh, it's in
Cleveland, so-
Cleveland.
Yes.
We always love playing in Cleveland.
On July the 9th?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry. Nothing else. That was it. Give them your personal Twitters, especially you, Cody. I'm just kidding.
Mine is C Griffin 58. I like at C Griffin 58. I think you gotta do the at.
Mine's ARK Drums. Just
that was
yeah.
Twitter, Instagram.
Twitter.
My Instagram is C Griffin 58 also. So
You could just look up Alex
Yeah.
Farnes for anything else.
All right. Cool beans. We appreciate you both, and that was
Thank
Audience
you.
of Rain. And we need to thank Alex for sending us off with The Science of Selling Yourself Short by Less Than Jake.
All right.
I've come to my senses that I've become senseless. And I could give you lessons how to ruin your friendships. And every last conviction, I smoked them all away. And I drank my frustrations down the drain.
Welcome back, you guys. That was Less Than Jake, The Science of Selling Yourself Short. And we're in the studio with Audience of Rain, who's going to sit with us through our final segment, which is Senior Seminar, where we talk about not sex, not race, not religion, not politics, but we kind of do, but we don't really get into depth. We just bring it up, and you guys Google it later. So
It's up to you.
It's up to you. It's good stuff to know. Maybe just crack open CNN.com, Huffington Post. Who knows? I don't know. You might come up with something interesting. Like people bombing people. I don't know. I'm not. I'm just saying. We should know these things. That's all.
We should.
So this week, it just popped in. When I saw the headline, I had to read it. So I'm hoping that me sharing the information will make you guys Google it and see how hilarious it is later. So we have North Carolina passing House Bill 2 on March 23rd, directly after local and county governments were trying to pass laws protecting LGBT on April 1st. They actually held a special session, which was the first in 35 years, specifically to block the laws that they had coming out on April 1st. Well, we had our good friendly people at the porn company who just ain't having it. Who said, you know what? We got something for you, because every company keeps track of those trending topics, right? Did you know over 4,000 hits this year alone, and it's not even older, came straight out of North Carolina for transsexual? Yep. And over 300,000 came out for the search topic gay. So the whole site itself has been blocked from North Carolina and has instead been replaced with a petition to repeal the ban, or House Bill 2. So I thought that was like one of the most hilarious things in the world.
So they can't watch gay porn in North Carolina?
They can't watch the whole the whole porn site is gone. So
all of North Carolina has no porn?
Like what? From that company.
We must send aid.
I think that's absolutely hilarious though. They probably need it though, like, you know, in the mountains.
Talk about sending a message,
right?
And presents,
right?
So I guess to piggyback off of that, since we are on North Carolina, PayPal said that they were going to ditch North Carolina because of the law, and so I saw in the Cleveland scene today that they asked the question, should PayPal come to Cleveland and have their headquarters there? So
well, absolutely, they should come to Cleveland and have their headquarters here.
I think so,
because it can make up for all the money we missed when we lost. What was that? The company that makes the furniture. IKEA. I was so pissed when they didn't come.
I wasn't. I was not.
You not looking for IKEA?
No, I was not looking for IKEA. We have IKEAs in Ohio.
Yeah, but they're like in Cincinnati, Columbus.
Yeah, it's okay.
We don't want to drive to Columbus.
Well, one good thing that is happening, the alternative IKEA, West Elm, is coming.
That sounds like it's expensive.
It do down there. It sounds West Elm. Friends of the West End. Like, okay.
But yeah, no, okay. West Elm, I have to Google that one.
And North Carolina, while we're on North Carolina, you know, I want to give my true condolences to North Carolina State, who lost the, what is it, guys? The final... The March Madness.
I wasn't happy.
They
I
lost.
had a bracket at work.
But they were good, weren't they good?
You know what? I think it's karma.
I'm mad about the bracket.
Yeah.
I thought you had killed the whole state. I'm like, what
porn,
they do?
no
Blow it up?
No porn, no championship. That's what happened.
They didn't get to blow that steam off before they should. The porn does affect things, okay?
Poor North Carolina.
Wow.
Womp, womp, womp.
That's karma for real.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
When
You
karma
got
is-
to know
it's
when
swift.
to hold them.
Yes, that's swift. That's some swift karma there. Very swift, you know.
Well, that's all we can. Oh, no. Final thing. Did you guys see? So Oculus Rift and Sony are coming up with their 3D video messaging.
No.
And they actually showed the sample video of them doing a video call, and it was like a hologram of the daughter.
I
and it
don't
was
even
actual-
know what he's talking
One of you
about.
could be in
Oh, like the
Oculus
Star Wars
Rift
kind
right
of
now.
thing? Like,
This
Be
might all be
real?
virtual reality.
First,
just a
I have to
hologram
learn
that
how
shows
to get
the
on a
actual hologram.
podcast.
oh,
and
dude, that's
YouTube
great.
Before any of that happens for me, because
don't
you
like
went
it.
way far.
I don't like it.
So this is the
so
thing.
Many Star
This
Wars
is-
references, dude.
I know. I was like, so this is the thing. So we're already so disconnected socially. This is just going to catapult it like 10 times in the future. Because, like, sometimes you have to meet each other for hard touch, right? You want to see the whole body and all that good stuff. But now they have the 3D virtual calling coming up. Well, it's still processing. It looked nice, but you can still see there's a lot of kinks to be worked out. But this could be the new wave where people aren't even
No.
leaving home to
No,
attend
no,
school,
no, no.
concerts,
No.
have conversations.
Oh, we gotta stop this then.
Yeah, we
Exactly.
have to look,
It's like Xena.
draft a bill and
Warrior-
send it to North Carolina. We're going to stop this thing.
It's like iRobot. We're not there yet.
I think that's the part that was like exciting me and creeping me out at the same time. I'm like, oh my God, we're really getting close to this stuff.
I
Like
don't
it's
want
happening.
it. I don't want it. I don't know.
Well, weren't they working on some Google glasses?
Well, they have
What
those.
happened to? I was like, what happened to
They're
that?
probably still in testing.
They're still working on
Yeah,
it.
they're still working on
But
it.
they've come out with the virtual glasses from Samsung, so they have that now.
It's just too much. I
Yeah.
can't. It's too much.
I don't know. I don't get the point, but okay.
I'm like happily scared about it.
Happily scared?
Yeah, like it could go bad. But I watched enough movies to know how to protect myself. Come on with it.
You know what? Don't you
Just
come?
sit back and watch it burn.
Yeah, well, I come up with all kind of solutions for things that happen in movies. I'm
Right.
like, okay, so if that happened here, then I would live in the library. I got all kind of stuff.
Oh my God, that's because they never check the library, do they?
don't.
Never. Nobody checks
The books are
library.
always intact.
right.
Yes.
Everything right.
Oh, I have
No.
a huge fee at my local library. It's awful.
What
February is forgiveness month, isn't it?
is it?
Is
For
it?
like the
Pick your
library.
password.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Really?
Wait, there's a forgiveness month?
Yes,
never-
there is a forgiveness
haven't-
month. I didn't know what it
His
was.
fee was from like 8 years ago. so-
Yeah, so it's been growing.
Don't say
bigger
it too loud. I'm telling
yeah,
you
we don't. We're
because
going
When I
to
went to
disclose which library that's at.
the
the
librarians
library
will come
police
for you.
Will come get me.
Librarians.
But it was like well over $80.
Because you know,
Oh.
that's not funny. Because seriously, they knocking on people's doors for student loans, so you never know what they might show
Are they
up
knocking
for.
on people's doors?
Yeah,
Really?
this man owed like $1,000, and like the
Oh,
U.S.
you got-
Marshal was at.
Are you serious?
Yes,
They got
The
arrested.
marshals are coming for you for student loans?
yes.
He got arrested.
And they took him to jail for it.
Yes.
So that's the current events.
Oh, wow.
So I was like,
That's one to read about.
you
That's
know
a
my-
good one.
That's a good one. They're coming
better
for you
read
with
about
the U.S.
it.
Marshals for
Is
that.
that in North Carolina too?
You know, my economics popped out. I was pissed. I was like, do you know how much it costs to send them out there to go get that $1,000? Y'all done wasted $2,000 to get $1,000. I'm pissed at y'all. Who's in charge of this?
Wow.
But anyways,
We could, I have a advice
okay.
to end. Pay your librarian fees, please. Keep the libraries alive.
Keep the
Or catch
libraries
the
alive.
forgiveness month.
Yes, at least do that.
It was all CDs, and they actually don't have CDs anymore.
Oh, okay.
We'll hit you on Twitter and let you know when.
Well, that was it, you guys. Before we break
right.
off into any more idle chit chat, that was the show. We have Miss Ishri, Miss G Girl,
Hi.
audience
Bye.
of Rain
Yes.
Yep.
with Alex and
Hello.
Cody.
Yep.
Cody didn't like that. Cody was like, hold up, you said my name's second here. I am the Beyonce of this thing. I get hit. I'm just kidding. All right, that was the show. Thanks for sitting in with us, you guys, and have a great week. I was going to say blessed, but I'm not even like that.
Bless up. Like DJ Khaled.
Yeah.
All I do is
Wave.
Bye.
Bye.
Where's the camera?